Hello everybody and welcome to today's webinar. This is Pooja and I'm a part of CodeGround. So in today's session, we're going to be talking about the various innovative methods of recruitment. The aim of this webinar is to create a compilation of various innovative ways of hiring, and this is going to be across various mediums to come up with a holistic, successful recruitment campaign for your organization. Now, our mind-blowing recruitment ideas would range from your regular necessities to crazy out of the box. If you have any questions, you can always type in. You can also get in touch with us after the webinar and we'll be happy to cover anything that hasn't been talked about today. We'll try and keep this session in about 20 to 30 minutes, so let's just jump right in. As discussed above, so what we have in our agenda today is a discussion on some of the top innovative types of recruitment there is today. So why does one need to get innovative in hiring at all? Actually, why? What is the requirement to get innovative today? It is important to be aware of the shift experienced within the recent years in the balance of power between employers and candidates. Especially this is true as the latter has been given more choice and freedom. In this highly competitive job market, the onus is actually on the recruiters and the HR professionals to go ahead and get creative. You'll have to go undercover if you have to, but what is necessary is actually you go ahead and make that hire. Now, check out these recruitment trends that are going to be playing out majorly in 2017. Go group interviews. Now, working with group interviews could also give you a chance to evaluate candidates without conducting time-consuming one-on-one interviews. Because you also have an opportunity to assess a candidate on other non-verbal subtle skills that are usually a miss otherwise. Self-selection and screening. Sometimes when you're looking for a job, you cast your net wide. For employers, this can be in all the sense of being, a well-meaning act, but ultimately what happens is it ends up with unsuitable applicants eating up precious time. In this area, self-assessment tools allow interested candidates to really evaluate whether they're actually right for the role that they're applying for. Attending meetups and conferences. Now, attending a relevant meetup could really help. It's important to look for meetup and seek out talent that your competition might be missing out on. Avoid traditional media and also keep an eye out for your, the unexpected places. Instead of purely relying on the plain text job promotion, why not go a step ahead? Now, assuming that traditional and digital media work the same way is a complete mistake. Instead, think about engaging your audience and focus on audience delivery, measuring and paying for impressions with excellent CPMs. Now, CPMs would be costs per thousand. Don't miss out on corporate boomerangs. Corporate boomerangs are basically your past employees. So what we're saying here is use an online recruitment system or an ATS, applicant tracking system, to effectively keep track of your past candidates and assure that you can interact with them again in the future. It would also not hurt to actually periodically keeping in touch with your past candidates. Incentivize referral programs. Now, incentivized referrals can act like a great perk and a motivator. Offering open incentives can be a prominent tactic. Using social media channels. Social media is highly cost effective and the reach is greater than any other sourcing method there is. It will also help you create a scuttlebutt among your passive talent. Now, it's important here to actually make sure that your website and your social identities are always up to date. Innovative methods of hiring. Strategic communication. Break down your geographic barriers. Technology lets us connect with people around the world to communicate and collaborate. Coming up with content to hire employees is actually no different. Video interviewing. Gone are those days, while you're trying to fly a bunch of candidates to your office for the final interview. You spend so much to and fro, etc. With today's video technology, you can save a great amount of time and money. Online networking events. Attending career fairs and networking events in person can be a valuable experience. You get to interact with an array of professionals, one, And you also get to be inspired or even understand your target audience pain points. It's actually a very fresh perspective, and it's very important that you don't miss out on networking events. Social media is one of the quickest and easiest and absolutely the most effective way to update your recruitment practices. It is very crucial that recruiters today do not actually shy away from social media and actually up their game. Reports have shown that candidates hired via social media are more likely to be hired. They also stay on longer than candidates found through any other methods of recruitment. There are not just social media. When we talk about digitalization, there are other effective digital tools today. Effective digital tools like specialized recruitment softwares are now helping recruiters do their job in a much, much better way. Now, these were tools that were once actually available exclusively only for your expensive recruitment agencies. But today, most of these are available for free or at a very minimum cost in the market. Examples of this would be CodeGround, Interview Mocha, etc. Employer branding. Employer branding is actually like a great and an area that is not talked about but that has to be explored when we talk about innovative ways of hiring. Let's talk about 5 questions that you should know the answer to before you actually jump into employer branding for recruitment. Why would someone want to work for you? What is your brand's personality? You should be very clear here as to what your brand personality is before you start. How do your current employees and candidates perceive your employer brand? Now, what you are trying to portray would be completely different from what employees or candidates are perceiving. So that bridge has to be gapped. What percentage of your employees would recommend your company as a great place to work? And what is the promise you're offering to your employees? How equipped are you to deliver the brand experience? There is a lot of research conducted in this space, and what the Employer Brand International research has actually found is that only 46% have actually made an effort to deliver the brand experience in the first place. This is a huge space that you would not want to miss out on. Employer branding tips. Now decide how do you want to treat your employees. Your staff are your secret weapon. They are the absolute secret weapon. It's important to promote your employees' stories. Let the world know of your awesomeness. Go ahead, beat the drum, be there. Talk about yourself, it is alright. Integrate your technology. Don't miss out on a candidate's perspective. Always remember to sort of strategically place your content that you're putting out there in the media from a perspective of your candidates. This way, they will sort of be able to relate to the content that's being put out there. Content marketing is the key in today's world of clutter. Embrace social media. Hackathons. Hackathons is a very interesting new thing that's come up, and they're totally the underdogs of recruiting. Hackathons have become a great branding exercise for the company. They kind of stimulate the creative juices of the participants and help test problem solving and risk taking attributes in a not work environment. The candidates may even help you find something you never knew you were actually looking for. It's actually a very nice and a fresh perspective. Highly insightful, and they also help you come up with so much promise for recruiters as they get to observe and interact with their prospective employees. Now, isn't this a golden opportunity where you can actually see hands on in the first place your prospective employees working and plotting and problem solving, etc.? This is a great branding exercise and a great platform for recruitment. So let's just quickly run through some of the uh, points here which talk about why hiring interns is important today and how will it be beneficial in recruiting in the long run. Interns today are the future talent leads for the company. They're an extra pair of hands for execution. They're a great source of branding amongst the student community. They also enable easy use of technology. You know, millennials today are always on their devices and they're pretty much integrated with technology. Test out new ideas and rules in the company. They're a great platform where you can actually experiment on them and try and see what clicks and what not. Being young and fresh out of the education system, they will provide a great way of out of the box thinking that most of us are running and chasing today. Uh, Simply put, it's just this great way where you can test drive your future employees here. Video interviewing. Here are some of the tips to revamp your video interviewing. And there is no doubt video interviewing have played a huge role in improving the recruitment process in today's age of digitalization and technology. Video and face-to-face interviewing go hand in hand. Video interviewing is meant to save time and money so that hiring can become much easier. It also best suits your business operations this way. Double check your job description. You can save both money and time when you've already looked at the candidate's pre-recorded video responses. Look out for the company's brand image online. So when a recruiter is ready for face-to-face interview, it's important that the business's website is there with updated information about both the job and the organization. The careers page on your site has great potential to tell the story of your brand as well. So what we're trying to say here is that while you're actually going forward with an interview, what happens is that candidate also has this chance to quickly look up your company's website and look up your company's brand presence online. So keeping updated and abreast with um, today's technologies, etc., is absolutely necessary. Otherwise, the company will look like it's lagging behind, and you don't want that. Pay more attention to non-verbal cues. Non-verbal cues are important to analyze how an individual presents themselves during a video interview. It's important that you're extremely attentive and focused here to pick up these subtle cues. Be forgiving about a candidate's technology availability. Be flexible and forgiving when it comes to the selection of devices on which a candidate wants to record their interview. It always helps to be a little accommodating and cooperative here. Always believe that video interviewing can be a little acquiring. This is a trend that's slowly catching up, especially when we talk about India, etc. There can be people who have never experienced any kind of video interviewing before, and the candidate might feel a little uncomfortable at first. There might also be instances of nervousness due to unfamiliarity. So it's important that you try and be patient and supportive here. Networking events. Why should one never miss out on networking events? To build relationships. The best part about networking events is that it allows you to get to know people much better in comparison to your workplace scenario. It also helps in the initial relationship building stages, where you start off on a very informal note. To stay on current trends with the technology and the industry, networking events provides a great chance to understand the trends of your target market. To increase your visibility, establishing top of mind awareness is critical in any marketing campaign, and attending business networking events is a key marketing strategy, and this is so if it is done properly. Getting to showcase your brand is always a bonus and it never hurts. To socialize. Networking events provide a great setting for both socializing as well as boosting your career. So it's a win-win from that perspective. Either way you look at it, it's a win-win for your organization. To recruit new employees. If you're in a role where recruitment is a component, networking events can be a wonderful way to meet new candidates. So we did initially promise crazy out-of-the-box ideas that are going to be mind-blowing and that no recruiters should miss. So we keep our promise, and here are a list of some great recruitment ideas for all of you. Religiously call applicants to ask for any referrals. Do this when the applicants even turn down an offer. Sweeten the deal by maybe giving an instant bonus for referrals. Keep an eye open for companies who are laying off. Offering help to accommodate displaced employees would make you the knight in the shining armor here. Promote free training in your ads. Remember that we are training in-house anyway, but if you put a free word as a prefix, it'll almost sell just about anything. Be where they are. If you want to meet your ideal candidate, then you have to go there. You should go where they go. Do what they do and read what they read. We now have a candidate centric market, and it's important to keep selling oneself. Meet instructors. Meet instructors of classes at training institutes and local colleges, etc. Maybe host a marketing event, a hackathon, or an open house as well. Organize a nice lunch. This will give you a great way for positive branding and good word of mouth. Speak at classes and share your knowledge, quoting on job experiences. You will earn fans for life here and offer free seminars on getting a job, preparing a resume, and how to present yourself at an interview, etc. Advertise in your client's internal newsletter. If the relationship is great, you can always advertise in your client's internal newsletter for referrals. Put up testimonials. Put up testimonials from your interns and your current staff. Pretty up the content and flash it on your company site or wherever you find a chance. Be respectful of every single applicant, including the ones that don't make the cut. A day in your office. Give freshers a feel of how it is to work with you. Arrange for a bus or a shuttle service for campus to offices and give them a feel of the work culture. Send monthly relationship builders, birthday wishes, and haven't heard from you lately, are you still interested, etc. It wouldn't hurt to practice this on your current employees as well. Freshers party. So once the training sessions are all over, it's fun to actually follow it up with a nice barbecue or a happy hour get together at your local watering hole. This will help recruiters feel included and all, and actually even reduce the attrition rate. Advertise outside your competitions. Where else would you find a more perfect concentration of your talent pool? Your ad is bound to stir a lot of curiosity. So we do hope that you found this webinar useful, and thank you a lot. Thanks a lot for watching, and please feel free to contact CodeGround for any doubts or any recruitment needs. You have a great day and happy recruiting. Thank you all.